What's up, guys? So we just returned from Dallas, where we were for a few days attending a business mastermind event hosted by Alex Becker. Some of you guys might know who he is. He's a good YouTube channel talking all about business. He's unbelievably smart, really cool dude. It was an amazing time, and what we want to talk about in this video is the three biggest, or some of the biggest lessons that we learned from our 2 days in Dallas. And what we're going to be sharing is definitely something that you want to hear, because the whole event was invaluable. So we paid $5,000 to attend. Plane tickets, we're flying from Mallorca, where we just got back to. $1,000, invest like $5,000 or $7,000 to be there. ROI in the end on that, easy 100x down the line, way more than that. Everything about it was incredible. So excited to share some of the biggest takeaways from that. But first I want to show you where we are right now. This is in Mallorca, Spain, and to be honest, right now we're basically just living life. Yes. And by living life, I mean working every day, because that's how we live life. So working from basically a paradise place. So this is the Mediterranean Ocean or sea. Insane view. You could probably hear the waves. This is where we've been spending the last like 2 months almost, just working a bunch in here. And it's like a super isolated location. Everything we need is within like 30 meters, and we've just been working our asses off. And then we went to Dallas for a few days, just got back, and we want to share everything. So this is kind of a life update as well. This is what we've been up to. Been definitely quiet on YouTube compared to normal. Now we do once a week uploads, but yeah, it's just because we're working. It's not because anything happened. We're just busy working. That's really what it is. So any words otherwise? At the end, we will include some clips from the trip. Us fucking around in Alex Becker's Lambo, if you've seen his videos before. That was cool. And also him just talking 2 minutes straight about Star Wars. Just playing around in his famous garage. Yeah. It was freaking awesome. So stick around for that. Let's go. All right, so let's talk about the three biggest takeaways that we had from Alex Becker's Mastermind event. Now, first of all, this Mastermind event was about YouTube ads specifically, or that's at least how he sold it to us. That's how it, yeah. And that kind of ties into the first point, right? So it was about advertising. The biggest point, the kind of the overarching theme of everything, was that really the effectiveness and success of your ads has very little to do with your ads. Yeah. It's not the ads you create. It's not the keywords that you target. It's not the audiences that you target that are going to make your ads successful. It's not about the copy or the videos that you shoot. It's not about any of that. Yeah. Now also, everything that we took away, we're also going to talk about how it applies to publishing. Yes. All right. So how can you apply it with your books? Because they're really overall business ideas and ways to go about your business. And they could basically apply to anything. For us, it would be our training business. For you, it could be a publishing business. Yes. Right. So the point of that whole statement, the fact that the effectiveness of your ads actually has very little to do with your ads themselves, saying it's not the ads that produce good ROI numbers. It's not that at all. The effectiveness of your ads is completely dependent on all of the other important things, basically summed up in your business itself. So your product, your service, your offer, and then also things like your funnel, your messaging, your copywriting. It's everything that isn't ads basically in your business that is what is making the ads convert or not convert. If you run ads to a great funnel, great business, great offer, great everything, they're gonna convert like crazy. But if you run the exact same stupid ads to another funnel, which is just a shitty version of this same business, they're not going to convert at all. And then the person running your ads either gets credit for being amazing or being shit, and it actually wasn't the ads itself. It was funny, Alex shared how one of the campaigns that just killed it for him, it was this simple. All he was targeting with his YouTube ads, he spent like $7 million in YouTube ads. All he was targeting was people who searched the keyword money on YouTube. That was it. That was the targeting. And it made him 6 figures. Yeah, like a few $100,000 last year from the ads, just targeting the keyword money. Now look, like anyone could do that. He's not an ads expert. because of that. That's the big misconception that people have, that it's this fucking ninja hacking ad shit that is creating these big businesses. Like, no, you have no idea. It's like the picture of the iceberg. There's a little thing peeking out of the water, and then underneath there's just 99% of the iceberg no one can see. It's everything underneath the water that you can't see that's actually making the impact that you do see. Now, if we try to create ads targeting the keyword money on YouTube, at least our business as is, it just wouldn't make profit, and it wouldn't work. Yeah, and that's not to say it's a good way of advertising just by targeting the keyword money, but it worked for him because he sells a course, okay, similar to us. His course is incredible, his message is incredible, his webinar is on point, his customer results. But if you applied the same sort of marketing to your business, for him it makes 6 figures. I'm talking most likely you, because for us too, it wouldn't work. You would lose money. Yeah, so where's the difference? Clearly it's not in the ads, it's in everything else. And that's why this was a 2-day event, 16 hours in total. I think we spent the last 2 hours talking about actually being inside the YouTube ads dashboard. And the first 14 hours we're talking about the products, everything else that goes into ads themselves. And he didn't even like show us how to film ads. Yeah, it goes into, that's what I was expecting we were gonna talk about. I mean, I'm so beyond satisfied with everything we learned, but he didn't even show us how to film ads. So we were sold on the event that you're gonna come here, you're gonna learn YouTube ads and be a YouTube ads god. And we spent 2 hours talking about YouTube ads, which I think is awesome. The other 14 hours we spent talking about this shit that actually matters. And that was basically his grand point with this whole thing. Like, yeah, we're not gonna spend much time talking about ads because that's not what matters, you freaking goof troops. Yeah, as he calls people, freaking goof troops. He started off with like, okay guys, here's everything we're gonna talk about, and fuck you, we're not talking about ads until the last 2 hours, okay? Because that's really what has nothing to do with this. And I love that about the whole thing, and that's honestly what I wanted. All in all, the takeaway on every level of this event was fucking incredible. So I want to give some other examples of parts of a funnel that people don't think about that has a much bigger impact than the ads. Can I say that? Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So he gave some examples of the things that made his ads convert at like 3 times the ROI as they did before. It had nothing to do with the ads themselves. So he was one example. The words he used is efficiency. Yes. It's about creating efficiency in your funnel. And it's these other tiny things that add up and make a bigger difference than your stupid ads. So he said the one thing that increased his ROI on his ads more than anything. You know what that was? He said the ROI on his ads increased by 153% when he implemented a customer support agent. Yes. That made his ads way more effective. Look at that. That has nothing to do with your ads at all. So what a customer support agent does, basically, they're a part of your program in your Facebook group, in your community, and what they do is they hold students accountable, and they follow up with people. If someone wants a refund, he goes and talks to them like, why do you want a refund? Why are you like giving up? Last week you wanted to do this, but now you don't. What happened? So it's basically like a community success coach manager who basically hangs around in the community and talks to people. And that reduced refund rates, it increased payment plan completions, it did all these things so that you actually kept more money in the end, and that's a bigger difference than running any ad ever would. And that's crazy. Yeah. That's crazy. That's what people don't realize. Then one other one that was super interesting. This one increased shit by like 30%. 32%, I wrote it down. Yes, was simply taking your landing page and taking it off of ClickFunnels and putting it on its own HTML coded web page. Because when you host your landing page on ClickFunnels, it's just really slow. ClickFunnels just has slow loading speeds. Once you have your final landing page, take it off, put it on HTML coded web page, and it loads like that. And that in itself increases opt-in rates, lowers cost per cost per lead, and just makes the funnel and the ads that much better. That's the shit no one really thinks about. So that was a crazy hack that you now know about, is to move your landing page off of ClickFunnels to increase the loading speed. Now let's relate this back to your publishing business. Okay, so how can you take this lesson that we learned and apply it to your publishing business? So with your books, you ought to be running Amazon ads right now, okay? Now, if they are not converting as well as you would like, the issue is not the ad itself or the keywords you're targeting. It's a small part. It could give you a 5% increase, but that's not where you want to look. The place you want to look and make the changes is where you can make the biggest impact, where the biggest change can be made, which is everywhere else other than the ads. That is your book itself, okay? That could be, the content inside, but really the reviews, the cover, and the title. And the description. And things like that. Those are the first things you need to change if your Amazon ads are not working, because it's not the targeting. Look, Amazon ads in particular is so simple. You target keywords, you set a price, and there's not many more variables than that. The variables than that inside the ads dashboard. Yeah, right? Also, can I go? Yeah. Also, if you're collecting emails in your books, you can break even on the Amazon ads up front on the book sales, but you're collecting emails and then selling them other shit on the back end, so you're actually making massive profits, but you're just breaking even on the front end. Things like that are things that people don't consider, which is a really interesting part of the whole thing. So takeaway from that is you have to be collecting emails in your publishing business. If not, you're being stupid. Yes, plain and simple. Okay, so that's lesson number 1. That was a big lesson. Also, there was like 65 lessons. Yeah, we just boiled it down to 3. Right? Yes, 3 overarching ones. Now, lesson number 2 that we want to talk about, this is actually not one that we took away from the event. I really just want to talk about this topic, but it kind of reinforced what I knew already. Yes, it reinforced it, and it's just something I thought about a lot recently. And that is simply the fact that education is the most valuable thing on earth. So in turn, that also means selling education or information, knowledge, is the most valuable thing that you can sell. So I could honestly talk about for an hour just about the impact, the second order consequences, the everything of educating yourself. Educating yourself, yes. Man, I want to talk about this so bad, but I won't rant. Educating yourself is the single most impactful, best decision, best investment you can ever make in your entire life if you want to be successful or make money or achieve anything. Education is the core of it and the first step in getting anything. Yeah. Now, all costs included to go to the event and back was, let's say, $7,000. Okay, $7,000 we invested. Get in there, come back, and I don't have anything to show. Nothing to show for. I don't have a new laptop to show or anything. The only thing I have is knowledge that I gained from that. But what we're now going to use that for, I couldn't even imagine if we didn't have the information that we learned how to really continue from here with what we wanted to do. Oh yeah, right? How do you get this information without going to a mastermind like this? And at the event, there were so we were 15 or 18 people. Me and Rasmus, I don't know if we were the bottom earners there, but some of the bottom earners, 2 of them. And it was the best feeling ever. Other people there, they're talking about spending $10,000, $15,000 a day in ads. People are doing over $500,000 a month. And there was some really... Let's name some of the guys there. Of course, there was Becker. There was John Cristani. He's the fucking man. John Cristani. We'll show some video of him as well. John Penbrose, if you know him. I love him. He has some of the best training about ads as well. Fucking everything about it was so awesome. Now, quickly back to the education thing. I just want to break it down simply, kind of to show you how it really is the core of everything. And I don't want anyone to take this shit lightly. It's objectively the most important thing you can give yourself is proper education on whatever it is you want. So look at it like this. If you are educated, you will make better decisions. You will make better decisions. And when you make better decisions in your business, you will make more money in your business. Or it could be in anything. You'll make better decisions towards losing weight if that's what you educate yourself in. Okay? It could be anything. Insert anything here. And when you achieve that thing that you were trying to achieve, you have a better life. When you have a better life, you have more fun. When you have more fun, you're more happy. Everything is created from the core of educating yourself. I don't know if it's refusing to accept it or lack of awareness, which most things in society are purely a lack of awareness of how shit actually works and how shit actually is. And that's one of the big ones. Yeah, you know what really annoyed me for a long time is that when you watch, let's say, YouTube videos, advice from billionaires, how to be rich, something like that, okay? They would always give the same piece of advice, and I fucking hated it. Yeah. I was like, shut up, it's so stupid, stop saying that. You're just saying it because it's easy, it's a cop-out answer. Here's what they always said. It was to read books, I said, fuck off. I don't want to read books. Why? Just pick up a book and read it. What's that? What good is that going to do for me? Now, of course, I think the way they presented it was not the best, but now I get it.
Yeah.
Right? Really what they're saying is educate yourself.
Educate yourself.
Read books about the things you're trying to achieve or that will help you get there, right? And then once you do that, this is like the fucking flip I've had in my reality in the last 6 months.
Yeah.
Is the education part. Also the quote that you've probably heard a million times as well from people like Bill Gates and whoever, they'll say, if Warren Buffett, I'm pretty sure says this a lot, the best investment you can ever make is investing in yourself. Like, oh, okay. That means education. That's what that means. And it's the exact same message. Here's the funny thing about billionaires, what billionaires do. Billionaires like to share the truth, the answers, the golden nuggets. They say it, but they never explain it.
Yeah.
So they just leave breadcrumbs for other people to figure out. And this is a big one that people need to start figuring out and realizing. Yeah. Okay, so let's now relate this back to publishing. How can you apply this to your publishing business? If you want to have success with a publishing business, the best thing I can suggest to you and recommend is that you get educated, okay? Educated on how to build a publishing business from people that have done it themselves. Sounds like sales pitch, but it's not. I'm just completely serious.
People are gonna watch it like, oh, they made that the second point so that they could insert a plug so that they can help educate me. Yeah. Motherfucker, I didn't even make the connection. When we were thinking of the 3 lessons, education, I didn't even make the connection. Oh yeah, we help educate people about publishing. I didn't even realize it until right now. Then when you say it, oh great, now we're fucking slimy salesmen. Shut the fuck up. But look, you could take the long path of trial and error, or you could educate yourself and learn from people that have made the mistakes and so on, right? Educating yourself is like, let's say within publishing, it's a lot bigger than learning how to with publishing. Yeah, it's a lot bigger than that. That's all I'll say. Okay, so man, there's so much to talk about on this subject. But let's move on to the third and final big lesson that we took away from last weekend. And it is, what is it again? Pull out the notes, I forget. The power or importance of knowing your customer. And so far, all the shit we've shared, it's like things that people won't lose their shit about. Like, oh, the golden secret, oh. You said won't lose their shit about? Yeah, they won't lose their shit about
it. But it's shit like this that is the truth. Now, knowing your customer is something I've heard a million times. And it's something I've always overlooked. I think that's why it had such a profound effect on me, because it's something I've always overlooked. And I'm sure other people do it as well. But the truth is that knowing your customer, knowing who you're selling to, makes such a massive impact on the amount of money you're gonna make. And let us explain. So when you know your customer, it alters everything within your funnel, how you sell it, the product. It alters your ads as well. It alters absolutely everything based off of what you know they want, based off of what problems they have, based off of how you know they talk, the language they use, this and that. It really stems from knowing their problem and telling them that you have the solution. That's also how you know what product to create in the first place. Here's what people do. They'll create a product and they'll try and find someone who wants it. No, first you find a group of people that have a problem, and then you create a product that solves that problem. You create the ultimate product for them. So if you're stuck right now and you don't know, like, want to get into the business but I don't know what to do, you have to find, and this is like the textbook shit that people hate, at least I used to, but it's the goddamn truth I'm learning now. You need to find a problem in the market within a niche of people, and they don't have a good solution or a solution at all. You need to bring a solution to them, a really good one, and they'll give you money in exchange. Yeah, I feel like people will often be like, I have a perfect business idea. I'm gonna create a phone case that's also a bottle opener, so I can open bottles with my phone case.
Brilliant.
People will love that. Yeah. That's really a problem that needs to be solved. Like, okay, now let's think about who's gonna buy something like that. Okay, someone who has a phone and needs a bottle open. Like, what problem are you solving? Okay, who are you serving by doing that? It's such a small, minute, irrelevant problem that you can never create a business out of something like that. I always think of this on Shark Tank. It's really funny. People create ideas they have without any idea of who even wants it. Yeah. Something I saw was like the ham dog, the hot dog hamburger invention. Oh fuck! It was like It was just really fucking stupid. You're not trying to serve anyone with this. You just had a weird idea and thought it was a good idea. Speaking of Shark Tank, someone who was also at the event is the creator of Pavlok. Yes. Pavlok, he actually created like some drama on the show Shark Tank. You can look it up. So that dude was there. What he's selling is this wristband that like helps break habits, and it's actually a life-changing, absolutely incredible product that he's super passionate about. But the Shark Tank episode fucked it all up. Yeah. Okay.
Dope ass dude.
Yes, he's the man.
Yes.
Okay. Now, so we relate this back to publishing.
Yes.
Now, at the moment, we're creating new lessons for LA. Okay. One new part that we cover is about knowing your customer. Now, we have you do keyword research to figure out what your book's going to be about. And then the next step is to know your customer. Before you really figure out what kind of book it's going to be, you know the topic of it, but that's it. Then you do research about the customer, and then you create the book that they want. That's where you're going to create your title. That's where you're going to create your description from. And also inside the book, when you're creating your outline to figure out what's actually going to be inside this book that the people want. Instead of just creating something thinking, well, I think they want this, I think they want that, and it comes down to it. You're not them, so you don't really know what they actually want. You just guessed. You need to do research. Exactly, you just guessed. You just implot. You just enforce your own beliefs on a market, expecting it to be right. So again, say this one more time. People, they try to create a product and then try and find a market for it. Yeah. You need to create the product based around the market and what it wants and needs, okay? Yeah. That's how you actually build something successful, because you know what you're doing. You're not just guessing with what you're creating. Yeah. A good way to get to know your readers, your book customers, is looking at the reviews of other books in your niche. That's one way. Yeah, there's many. I like this is a really good one. Where you look at the reviews, you'll see what they like, what they didn't like, the language that they use, what they wish they had, all those things. You just take that and you apply it to your own book and your own outline. Like, it's super simple actually when you know how to do this, but without that, you kind of just creating books blindly. Yes. Probably including things that they don't give a shit about. Yes. Like, this is not like hocus pocus type stuff. This is that real shit. Yeah, so those were the 3 takeaways from Alex Becker's Mastermind event. And to end this video, we want to play a few clips from Dallas, fucking around in Alex Becker's Lambo and shit like that. So we'll just play like some clips. I think we did some vloggy stuff. Maybe we'll include that. We ended up not doing it. Yeah. But we'll throw some shit in there. And otherwise, that's the end of this video. And I hope you enjoyed. New video every week. Subscribe, bell notification, that shit. Because we're dropping heat out here. Yeah. Okay, thanks for watching.
Yeah, exactly. No, wait, I'm gonna use it for a picture of you now. Let's see if I can even fit this.
Alright, I'm trying to hop in here real quick. Hopping in Becker's Lambo. Let's see how this is. Oh, wow. Oh, what the fuck? Yo. Oh, that's insane. What? So the line of vision is like this. Look, the glass is like flat. You can't see anything. Now sitting in Becker's seat. Let's see. Oh, there's the car right there with the lamp on the back.
Discovering that that was vaccinated and discovered
I'm fasting, so it'd probably be like Alex start complaining. They ignored this too. So the conversation we're having right now, we're not the inventor. Like, it doesn't take rocket science to realize what would be a good Star Wars movie.
What's funny is this happened on forums and things like that, and they still ignore it.
No,
like,
then they
you
insult
legitimately could have just jumped on the internet and been like, "Oh, this is what you guys want," and then gone and made it.
The problem
is like, was it too politically correct?
Yeah.
Is that the problem?
See, the problem
Yes.
if you presented
Okay,
these
I thought
opinions,
so.
which are completely non-political, every opinion you just presented, non-political. It's like the Sith came from a planet. They'd be like, "Oh, so you just want white males to take over the planet, and you're a racist." That's literally what Lucasfilms did.
And what's funny is the Sith weren't white; they were some weird color. Like that's
when people started complaining about the last Jedi, Colbert goes on. He goes, "I see what the problem is. A bunch of white racists hanging out in their mom's face." That's literally what he said, and like it's the complete opposite. I'm like, dude, give me a female Jedi. Just please fall. Give me a female. Transgender Jedi. I don't care. I don't care. Just make the story good. And so what they did is they called every fan who had just reasonable criticisms that wants to help the Star Wars universe a racist white supremacist.
Yeah.
Like, Mace Windu is my favorite Jedi.
Yeah.
Like, God damn it, motherfuckers.
That's so cool.
Yeah.